Welcome to The Jump. I'm Rachel Nichols, joined remotely by the #2 overall pick in the draft, Jay Williams, and the 2008 NBA champ, Mr. Kendrick Perkins. Welcome, guys. Coming up, we're going to show everyone the latest teaser for The Last Dance. Michael Jordan says Horace Grant was leaking info to the media. How big of a no-no is that for players? Oh, we'll discuss that. First, though, the NBA is continuing to hone its policies for how teams can reopen their practice facilities in states that have loosened their stay-at-home orders. So yesterday, teams got a 16-page memo detailing protocols for workouts. They include no more than 4 players are allowed in the entire building at a time. No head or assistant coaches can be involved. A chief hygiene officer, guys, is going to manage cleaning between player workouts. There's going to be temperature checks, social distancing measures. These workouts can start no earlier than May 8th. Although it is up to each team if they want to open their facility at all. Atlanta Hawks president of basketball operations, Travis Schlenk, told ESPN, quote, "We're going to wait and see what happens in the state over the next couple weeks. If there's a positive response, we will slowly open up. If it's a negative response, we will make sure our staff and players remain healthy." Kendrick, how do you think the NBA should go about this process so that players actually feel comfortable?
Well, Rachel, you know what happened in 2014? I'll tell you what happened. We got the best commissioner in the world. We got Adam Silver, who's the best commissioner in the world. And one thing about Adam Silver is that, in my eyes, he haven't steered the NBA wrong since he took over the commissioner job. And one thing I know about the NBA, it's a billion-dollar industry, a billion-dollar business, and with their first class, you know, in everything that they do. And one thing I know about them is that they're going to always cross their T's and dot their I's. So I have full faith and full confidence that the NBA is going to reopen the facilities when it's time and when it's safe for the players and the training staff and whoever else that needs to be in the facility. So
you know what, Perk, I'm with you. We should start the whole logo about we trust in Adam Silver. Out of all the commissioners of all the leagues, Perk, like, he is the most practical and he is the most pragmatic, Rachel. So when I look at him doing this, look, I think these are taking the right steps towards reopening basketball. But also, I like the behind-the-scenes strategy that Adam Silver has. Instead of guys going out to random 24-hour fitnesses or trying to find arbitrary locations to play basketball, he is trying to contain players and make sure that their health isn't in jeopardy as well by making sure that, hey, you have the optionality of going to these facilities and here's a safe environment for you to work out instead of you trying to go in a different direction and who knows what you could subject yourself to. So I like the strategy overall. It's just a step in the right direction. Doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight, but it is a great step for fans to see that they are moving towards getting the season open or finding some way to get it going some way or another.
Look, this is one of the tricky things about reopening, whether it's on the practice facility scale or whether it's on the league as a whole scale or other matters of public interest. There's never going to be zero risk. So for NBA teams, it's about how do you mitigate that risk the most. And that's exactly right, Jay. There's all kinds of areas where NBA teams try to mitigate risk for their players. Use our trainers, use our workouts so you don't hurt yourselves, things like that. That is a little bit of what this is. But there is a complication because you're going to have the issue of guys in states with looser guidelines having this kind of access we're talking about to facilities where guys in states with stricter guidelines wouldn't. The NBA says they're going to work with teams to make other arrangements. Remember, a lot of guys have been telling us they don't even have a hoop to shoot on. And to that end, the Lakers apparently not willing to take any chances. Our Dave McMenamin reporting they are in contact with the LA mayor's office here to see if they can open their facility even with the stay-at-home order still in effect in California. Jay, how complicated do you see this getting?
Well, I mean, this is just not a basketball issue. This is a life crisis issue, and this is a state-by-state governed situation that needs to occur. Obviously, Eric Garcetti, the mayor of LA is going to dictate, what's in the best interest for the city of LA, not what's in the best interest for the Los Angeles Lakers. So as much as I understand what the Lakers and LeBron, these guys are talking about, them being at a disadvantage as it relates to working out, that is currently where we are. Rach, this whole thing is going to be a series of ebbs and flows, and we're going to have to be fluid with how we navigate it. It won't be fair, but that's where life is right now.
No, I agree with you, Jay, 100%. But here's my take on it. If I'm the Lakers, not only just the Lakers, if I'm the Clippers, I'm going to the mayor and I'm trying to get in the practice facilities. And here's why. If the NBA is going to open up practice facilities and they're saying to teams that are in cities that, like Texas, for example, where the stay-home order rule is not in effect on Friday. So people are able to go out, start their businesses or whatever. So if you look at the Dallas Mavericks, the Houston Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs, their facilities are going to be open and they're going to be able to go in and train, and they're getting probably a 2 or 3 week advantage over everybody else. And we all know it. And we all know as basketball players that that's not fair. So, I mean, I think you can't give one team or two teams advantage, a 2-3 week advantage, because it's not going to work out well.
It's going to be very interesting, dicey for everyone concerned. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.